You're like most girls at home that are like trying to figure out what fast pitch bat they should buy, and you get a chance to hit every new 2019 bat in the drop 10 class. What would you say for people at home that are like trying to buy online? What is the answer? Like how?
Can I be brutally honest?
Yeah, of course,
Okay.
of course. This is what people want. So the folks who are watching know we did a thing that these two high school girls that we know would come over and play and use these bats, and their reward for doing this is they get to choose any bat they want. So what if you choose the same one that Ellie does? What happens then? Is there a fight?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Ellie, do you know which one you want already?
Kinda. I already know what one she wants, I think.
Today we're doing a lot of our exit speeds for the best softball, fast pitch softball bat. We're gonna get a few girls over here and we're gonna hit the ball hard. We're gonna hit a lot of balls. Between these 7 bats, you know, we'll end up hitting the ball close to 600 to 800 times. We'll track every one of the exit speeds and aggregate them all. So we're at our midway point for our fast pitch exit speed testing, and these two have hit both of these all of these bats a lot. Oh, I haven't told you any of the numbers. I haven't told you which bat you've hit the hardest, which one. I'm just leaving it up to you. What bat do you feel like you have hit the fastest so far? And we'll start with you, Caitlyn.
Okay, I think the fastest, maybe this one, because like the heavier ends and it like makes my hands go through the zone faster.
Okay. And which bat Caitlyn, have you liked the most?
I really like the Mizuno. The Mizuno and the LXT. Both of these.
Okay.
I don't know, I just like the feel of both of them.
You liked both of them. Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, the PXT is not the one you've hit the fastest, but you are holding one of the ones you have hit the fastest, but I'm not going to tell you until the end, so just to keep it exciting.
Okay.
Ellie, which one do you feel like you've hit the fastest? And then which one do you like the most? And maybe it's the same answer for both. I don't know.
I think I hit the LXT the fastest.
Okay.
Because I just felt like it was lighter, so I could swing with more strength.
Okay.
And then I really like the Zuno one.
Xeno.
Yeah, Xeno.
Okay. So you like the Xeno, but you feel like you've hit the LXC the fastest. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Can I be brutally honest?
Yeah. Of course. Of course. This is what people want.
I think that both the DiMarinis, like, they're just really overrated, I think.
So you were in the Slugger camp, not in the DiMarini camp.
Yeah. The Xeno has a really good pop, and I also...
So let me ask you this. I'll call you out on that a little bit. How do you know it has good pop? I mean, you're hitting in a cage. Like, how do you know? Like, when people say that all the time, like, oh, it has good pop. What does that even... What does that even mean?
I don't even know how to describe it. How do you describe a pop? I think it means, like, the speed the ball comes off the bat.
Well, yeah, I think we could define what pop means, but how do you know? Like, you're not looking at, like, exit speed testing. You're just saying, oh, that ball looked faster? Yeah. I mean, is that what you're deciding?
I mean, like, how it feels, too. I don't know.
All right, so maybe a little bit more about feel, because I'm telling you now, the Xeno's not the one you hit the fastest.
Okay.
I'm not trying. No, this is what people say. People say this all the time online. Oh, it has a lot of pop, and I'm like, well, what is it? What do you even mean? Did you get a radar on it?
I mean,
like, what do you mean it gets a lot of pop?
It just feels like it has a lot of pop. I don't know how to explain.
Okay.
I feel like it hits the ball harder.
And you feel the same way about the Xeno, or you different? You feel the same way about the Xeno?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You feel like it hits the ball harder. Okay. And maybe it's sound, and I think it's a stiffer connection. I think that probably leads to that.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes you believe that. In terms of like exit speed data, it's not true for either one of you. Although the Xeno's doing just fine, by the way. And if you had to choose your bat right now, Ellie, what would it be?
I think either the Mizuno or the Xeno.
So the Mizuno, which most people have never heard of before, you two seem to be, liking it a lot.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Good work. Let's get back to hitting. Okay, you two, you've hit with every legit top-end fast pitch bat for 2019. You've hit a lot. We've recorded all the data on our Rapsodo exit speeds, we've done barrel measurements, we've done swing weight, we've done it all. What's the most expensive? What's the least expensive?
I want to say one of the DeMarinis, but PXT would be the most expensive. Yeah. Same actually. I think that one.
You're right. The PXT is the most expensive bat. What's the cheapest bat there, you think, of all those ones that you hit?
I think the Mizuno, carbon.
Why do you think it's that one?
Because it's a one piece.
Yeah, you're right. You are right, and that's it. That's the cheapest bat. So that's $199. So does that change your decision, Caitlyn? Do most people like to choose the more expensive bat, thinking that it means something.
I'm not going to choose this one.
Okay.
I did not hit well with that
It's true. You did not hit well at all.
didn't hit well.
That bat is extremely heavy.
Yeah.
Like extremely heavy. It is shockingly heavy compared to other bats. That you actually struggle a lot with it.
Yeah.
It was the bat you hit the second worst, actually.
What bat did I hit?
Other bat you hit the worst with was the one you put on the ground, that CFZen. You're going to be sophomores, right?
Yeah.
You both play high school fast pitch. You play comp fast pitch. You're real players. You're real kids that really trying to decide between the best fast pitch bat. So this is it. You've got thousands of people watching. Kate, let's go. Let's start with you.
Oh my. I think. Should I choose right now?
I think this is it. This is the moment.
It's between the Power Carbon and the LXT.
So the Power Carbon and the LXT. Do you want me to tell you which one you hit better?
Do that first.
Caitlyn has whittled her choice down to these two bats. And you want me to tell you which one you've hit harder out of those two?
Yeah.
Well, one of those bats you hit the fastest out of all the bats.
Guess?
Do you know which one you want to guess what it is?
Guessing it's this one.
You're right, actually.
Oh.
The Power Carbon did really well. For a bat that not a lot of people know which one it is, the Power Carbon did exceptional. It sounded good, it looked good, and every time you hit it, I thought you always said good things about it. So for you, in terms of exit speed, it was this Mizuno Power Carbon 2, the two-piece Mizuno that I don't think anybody's ever heard of, but it looked and sounded great.
I love that one.
Then the XENO, which everyone's heard of. Then the XENO, and then the single-piece Carbon, right? And then the LXT. So kind of, in some order like that. So knowing that, does that change your mind?
No, I was still gonna choose this one.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Ellie, you're a 4-hole hitter. You hit well. You got a good swing. You can hit them hard. Some girl who's going to be a sophomore that doesn't get the luxury of hitting with every fast pitch bat on the planet and measuring exit speed. What would you tell them at home?
But like the DeMarinis again, they just didn't feel right for me. Like I either felt like the ball was like really slow coming off the bat.
I have crazy news for you. I want to see your reaction to this.
No way. I bet this one was for fastest.
No way.
That drop 10 CFZen, you hit that one the hardest.
Oof, rip.
Isn't that? Every bat you hit really well. Every bat you hit between 59 and 61 miles an hour. Okay. But that CFZen is the one you hit the hardest.
Okay.
But not by much. Does that change your opinion?
Not really.
Not really. So exit speed for you, at least at the margin, small amounts doesn't matter nearly as much. What did matter?
I really like the swing with the bat. It just kind of feels right. That's what I love.
Feels right.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you explain that a little more when you say feels right? Because I don't disagree with you. A lot of people will say when it feels right.
Yeah.
Well, what feels right?
Like
wand in Harry Potter.
yeah, the bat, it comes through nicely and it doesn't like make your hands drop.
No, it's good.
It's just like feel right.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
I really like the XENO, but I really like the LXT too. What one should I pick?
You want to know your exit speeds with them?
Yeah.
You hit the LXT a little bit faster than the XENO. So you're gonna feel more vibration in the one on your left, our right. In terms of power hitting, if you told me, if I didn't know anything about you except for that you were a power hitter, which you are, a 4-hole hitter, and you hit the ball hard, I would tell you to get the XENO. That's what I would tell you to get. If you wrote me an email on our website, that's what I'd say to do.
Okay.
Because that's stiff bat, bigger hitter. That's what they tend to like. But hard to say that the LXT is not a good choice too.
I really like the LXT, but this whole time I've really loved the XENO.
Yeah. Like the whole time.
So I think I'm gonna go with the XENO.
Good choice. So the best fast pitch bat for Caitlyn is actually the Mizuno Carbon 2. I would have never guessed that when we started, that bat did as well as it actually did. And Caitlyn's a middle of the order type base hitter, and then a power hitter. The best bat is the XENO. Is it fair to say that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you regretting your decision at all?
No.
Any
I
other
like this
comments?
bag. Nope. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was fun.